What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. This is episode 147 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow, the number one Arrowverse podcast on Pornhub. I am your host, the self-knighted Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I am joined as always by my co-host Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
How art thou, Mara?
I feel like I'm killing my posture, but I'm good. I've had a pretty decent week.
Good. Yeah. My week's been pretty good too until about, 3 hours ago. But,
I
I'll
know.
survive. It's just, I'm in pain, but I'll live,
Just remember, it's not a jigsaw trap. It's not a trick. It's not
I
a
mean, it
trap.
kind of feels like it right now.
I know
Like,
it does.
it
I know
really
it
does
does.
feel like it would be easier to just cut the fingers off.
No,
Like,
because you're gonna be upset because you'll need them later.
giggity.
I know a future sister-in-law who probably would also be really upset if you lost those fingers too. So
She might. Glad she doesn't listen to this.
right.
Um anyway, well, we're not here to talk about my problems with my burnt hands. We're here to talk about the Arrowverse on the CW. Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman, Stargirl, Superman and Lois. You know them. So let's talk about them.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm done wondering if I said them all. I'm just gonna assume I did.
I think you missed one, but it's okay. I think you missed Stargirl, but I don't know.
I said Stargirl. I definitely
Okay,
said
maybe it was
Stargirl.
Supergirl.
Started with Supergirl.
Okay, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, um, let's start with let's start with Legends because I'd rather just get that out of the way.
I mean, it's fine. Legends is legends. Like, it's really just like, I love the fact that Legends knows what they are. And they're like, you know what? We're just going to do this silly shit every week because,
Yeah, we'll just stay consistent.
yeah, we'll be consistently ridiculous and silly. It works. It's not going to be great, but
We're
we're not
still
expect
watching though.
exactly. We're not expected to be great. We're expected to be this silly, campy shit. And that's what they gave us yet again. So this episode was called what?
The X Factor, the EX Factor, so they don't get sued, which in turn, so that also we don't get sued.
Yeah, it's also, a little play on words there because it had to do with Zari and her ex.
Right.
So works on multiple levels there. Clever, Mr. Berlanti, clever. Whether or not you named this episode is irrelevant. I'm giving you the credit for now. We don't know who, came up with the name of the episode. They listed a writer for the episode, but I don't remember who it was. But
Not going back to look for it. Oh,
yeah.
I could.
Yeah. I don't care that much. So this episode starts off with we're in Palm Springs in 2045. This
It's some
alien killer robot shows up and just decides I'm gonna shoot up a convenience store because that's just what alien killer robots do.
yeah,
He's like,
it made sense at the time.
to him at least, like,
Yeah, to everyone else, not so much.
and he was like, "Yo, where is your ruler?" And they're like, "Oh, what, nigga?"
Nigga,
Like,
this is a free world.
like your ruler, like him, and he sees DJ Small Money, and he's like, "I will
Ridiculous.
challenge him." So apparently, in the fucked up timeline, he shows up and he killed DJ Small Money
Like on live television.
on live television on a little live like talent show. That's like they said was like a singing
Like American
competition,
Idol.
but it really wasn't because like I saw a lot of that stuff that was not singing. So there
So it's
was
kind of more like America's Got Talent.
exactly It's closer to that than it was to American Idol, but they tried to say it was like American Idol, but it was more like, America's Got Talent or London's Got Talent or
Any of those got talent.
that country's got talent.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we got Constantine and Zari. They about to get it on. But
And they keep trying to hold back saying I love you to each other.
yeah, trying to act like they really don't have feelings, but they got feelings.
Yep.
Yeah. So Zari gets word though that the alien, killed the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, DJ Small Money.
Oh no.
Yeah. So apparently this was, one of the pod aliens. He got dropped off in a random part of time. Mick's just like, yo, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to help. I'm taking the day off, and walks away.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm out.
He's just not in on this shit. It's just like,
this is not what I'm doing today.
Like this shit, he really has been on this kick of this just doesn't work without Sarah, so I just don't give a shit.
Yeah. The Thor Ragnarok reference. Did you catch it?
I'm pretty sure I caught it at the time, but I don't remember it.
They were saying like, how do we know Sarah's not getting her Thor Ragnarok on and just whooping ass on another planet?
Yeah, Nate said that, right?
Yeah.
I remember now. But yeah, we go back. Sarah's still hurt. She starts hallucinating and shit. Gary's got to protect her.
I didn't realize that Amelia Earhart, air quotes, had poisoned her.
Yeah, we just knew she had like hurt her somehow or like splashed at her. We didn't know she had actually poisoned her.
She puts Gary in charge of getting them to safety and getting them out of there. And then we get back to Hollywood 2045. And guess who's the president?
I definitely have it right here. The Rock is president.
The Rock is president.
Yeah. Which,
it's not far-fetched. I keep hearing this dude's thinking about running for office.
You watched the show Young Rock yet?
Mm-mm.
The premise of the show is him telling stories about his youth because he's running for president. And so he's being interviewed multiple times. Yeah. Hold on.
Get to it.
Guess who's the one interviewing him though?
John Cena?
No.
Okay.
No. Of Ant-Man and the Wasp and WandaVision fame. Come on, card trick.
The dude who tells the stories.
No, not him.
Oh.
Not him. WandaVision.
The guy from Fresh Off the Boat?
FBI, yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name either. I was hoping you did.
I want to say his name is Jimmy Chang, and I feel like that's super racist to say, but then I also feel like that's a character he plays in something, which now I need to look up.
Jimmy Woo.
Thank you.
That's the character he plays, is Jimmy Woo. Randall Park is his name.
Yeah. Who the hell is Jimmy Chang?
I don't know. But Jimmy Woo is the name. And I feel like you just said Chang because you knew it was Woo, kinda, and you were just being super racist and you said Chang instead.
Well, Jimmy Chang is someone from a movie that I have seen.
What movie is that?
Sharknado. The irony is he's probably a very small part.
Yeah, he probably doesn't even really show up much. They probably don't even say his name in the movie. No.
But the intuition was there. I was like, Jimmy Chang is a name that I know.
There was once a wrestler named Jimmy Wang Yang.
That's a lot.
Yeah, he was an Asian cowboy.
Yeah, I can't say that.
What, Jimmy Wang Yang?
5 times fast.
No, I wouldn't even try. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so this show that they're doing is called The Throne. The
The
Throne.
Throne.
The Throne. Not to be confused with
Confused with,
hashtag them thrones.
yeah.
That's when is that fucking Game of Thrones prequel coming out? Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Didn't
What are
they
they? What are
just
they?
start filming?
What are they doing with their life? Like, don't give me that pandemic shit. Like, look, you had years. All
What is
right.
it called again?
I don't remember. It's been that long. I don't remember. Anyway, while you looking that up, Behrad and
House
Nate,
of
they stopped the
Dragon.
robo alien from doing the killing. They convinced the world there's some kind of performance, so they send him to the finals. Mick is just over it. We talked about that already. Um, Ava tricks this killer alien robot dude to walk right into the little energy prison thingy, but he don't see that shit, so wasted effort. Um,
Mm.
so they basically convince him though, like in order to, conquer this planet, it's not just by brute force. You gotta win this competition of song and dance. So he's like, you know what? All right, I will sing and dance and I will win this shit. So we get back to the 2045, and Zari's upset because her products aren't really selling the way they used to.
She been off the grid for like ever.
That's always so strange to me because like they're on a time machine. Like when they go back, they can just go back to the time right after she left, and it's just there's so many things that they just ignore the fact that they're in a time machine. It's just like it doesn't make sense that you all can't fix this. Like,
All you gotta do is just time machine back to like some important moments in your products stuff. Show some face.
very simple, very simple. Show up, take a selfie. Like it's not hard, you
But
know.
I ain't a PR team, so
I'm not.
I
I'm
I'll
not
just
either.
keep my opinion to myself.
Like hop back if you have been gone too long. Come back. Leak some news. That's all you got to do. Like it's so simple. It's so simple. Like a 10-year-old could do it. Really, you know. Because like once you're already famous like that, that's all you really got to do. People know who you are already. So if you stay gone too long,
You can come back.
leak some nudes or a sex tape, and you're back on top. Like it's very simple.
Well, then she tries to become relevant again by saying that she's the wild card for the game show. I mean, for the singing talent show.
Son of a bitch. Hold on. Where'd it go? There's a fly in here.
Oh God. But you know, Spooner questions like what kind of crackpot team they got going on here, and she's like, "We're like a Swiss Army knife. We all have our own kind of trade, and we got a social media star here, so we're gonna use that."
Mm-hmm.
And then so Zari performs, and so while she's doing this generically poppy, annoying song,
Oh, it was so awful. Like it's just,
I was
why
like,
is this song still going?
this show will never cease to phase me with its silliness, and it's just like, you think like when the cast reads their scripts and the plots, and they're just like, why do y'all continue to want to embarrass me?
Yeah, yeah.
um, and then I can't tell if John is watching her like impressed or if he's just like, what the fuck is this, boo?
I think it's more of a what the fuck is this? Because he's just like, yo, this has
Yeah.
no soul in it. Like that's what he was talking about with that song from earlier that comes back later. It was just like, yeah, they telegraphed the fuck out of that because it's just like, oh, she can't sing the song she was gonna sing. What's she gonna do? Oh, the song they were talking about earlier. You know.
Right. Ugh. But so back on the other planet, Gary eats like these hunters, and Sarah starts following what she thinks is Ava, but it is Ava, and you find out it's a planet of Ava clones. But now Gary and Sarah are separate, and I'll close out that storyline. Um,
You
she's
can close
following,
out this whole episode, honestly. But yeah.
yeah. But Sarah follows fake Ava. She's lost, still dying. She ends up on some ship, and she meets some dude with a man bun who's apparently been waiting to meet her for some time. So, anywho, that's done. Mick is just gonna bitch and moan about Sarah not being found. So that's done because Lita's off at college. She not answering because she's an adult now and she's jumping out of the nest.
She's 18. She's at college and she's busy getting her cheeks clapped and she ain't got time to talk to you. What?
You ain't gotta do it like that. But
That's
anywho,
what's happening.
but
Are we gonna pretend that's not what's happening?
we're not gonna do that.
Do
But anywho,
what?
we're just
Tell
not
the
gonna
truth.
dive deeper into it.
I'm not diving anywhere. I was just telling what was happening. She was busy getting her cheeks clapped. So we ain't got time to talk to Mick.
You not on the phone. You not there.
I was in college.
Yes, and so was I. But that was not always what was happening.
Always.
Like 9 out of 10 times, that was not what was happening.
All right, then, if you say so.
But anywho, Zari's mother shows
That's
up
what
and
I was
she's
doing when I wasn't answering the phone. But, you know.
I'm also the master of avoidance. So it's just like my family always called. I'd be like, text me, please. And then they called, and I'd be like, well, look who's not going to get an answer from me.
See, they used to call my dorm room phone. Like, that was just so weird to me. Because that was, you know, we got to think this was 2005, you know.
Mm.
We were just getting into the unlimited talk and text days. You know, we didn't even really have unlimited text yet, really. Like, we kind of did, but not really.
Anywho, Zari's mom shows up to the show, asks why she's dodging her, and didn't tell her she was on the show because it's her favorite show. She asked her about John, and you know, she's like, that's not serious, right? And Zari's like, yeah, no, it's just a fling. It's not gonna last. And of course, in true TV typicality, I don't know if that's a real word or not. John overhears, which lets you know, great, now he gonna be a dickhead until they tell each other their feelings. That's what we're doing.
Yep, that's what this episode is.
So then they argue. John says he's done. DJ S'more tries to get her to sing this song, but then he turns around and gives it to Robot Dude. Mick tries to blow them up temporarily, but then the Robot Dude Knox says, "We'll just invade the planet if you do anything."
That
John,
was funny. Mick was like, you know, I'll just shoot a missile because that's all I know to do in this situation. So,
like, this is taking too long. Um,
and you know, in most cases, I agree with Mick.
yeah,
This just wasn't one of the times when I agree with Mick.
it was like, sir, this ain't it. Um, so John's encountered by like Zari's old assistant about continuing to, do some things to inconvenience her. And it's just like she's a trash person. Like Zari and S'mores broke up because her assistant hooked up with S'more and then leaked the photos. But it was like, but but you're her assistant.
Mm-hmm. And now she's like she's about to do the same thing with Constantine to get get the sympathy up and get the brand up. She's about her money. That's what that is. She's about the money. And the
She
thing
know
is,
what the game is.
the money flows if Zari is heartbroken and going through tragedy. So let's create tragedy. Because I really don't think she like really wanted to hook up with Constantine. It was more of just this is what's gonna make the brand pop. So let's do this real quick. I'm gonna suck your dick, and we gonna have this happen, and then Zari gonna blow up again, and we all get paid.
So, so the robot dude goes first,
It's fucked
and he
up,
sings
but
the song.
you gotta respect it. Anyway, go ahead.
I guess it's just I don't operate like that, so
I mean,
maybe
most people don't, but that's why you're not Zari's assistant.
touche. Not the robot dude does the song. Zari's like, "What the fuck?" And then she goes out there, she sings her song, and I was like, I guess that's her answer to Constantine, about them being real. Um, Someone else in a marshmallow head comes out screaming that the marshmallow man on the stage is an
It's Nate.
imposter.
Well, it was Nate in the fake one that was actually out there.
Oh, okay, I didn't peep that one.
Yeah,
But
Nate
anywho,
dressed in as the marshmallow as S'more Money, and then the real S'more Money came out with the burnt up head, and yeah.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Zari wins. The robot tells him he's her loyal servant. And then the robot opens up on the ship, and it's a little tiny little gremlin creature, and he's so cute. And then Mick steps on him.
Yup.
Mick mentions Kayla to the team and draws her. They're like, find Kayla, find Sarah, and bam, that's the end of Legends.
Yeah. I'm going. All right. What next?
The Flash.
Flash. All right, let's go to Flash then. We'll flash it up. What's this episode called?
Family Matters Part 1.
It's a rare condition this day and age. I didn't know that was the name of this episode. That's dope. Anyway, so we kicked this off with the Speed Force confronting Still Force, aka Dion.
Mm-hmm.
I still hate the fact that they call him the Still Force, where it's just like he like jumps through times where he really should be the Time Force, but whatever. Um, maybe that name is
Whatever.
like copywritten by Power Rangers or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, but she don't kill him. We think she about to kill him, but she don't kill him. She just like, yo, we need to team up because our daddy, aka Barry Allen,
Ain't trying to have it with us.
yeah. So like, we gotta do something about that. And it's just like, yo, what is your malfunction, Speed Force? Like, if you're willing to team up with this motherfucker, like, so clearly it's not a problem for you if you're willing to team up with him, but you upset because Barry wouldn't let you kill him, but you just said you don't want to kill him. So it's just like, what do you want? What do you want?
Chaos.
Like, que pasa, Speed Force?
I don't know.
Neither do I. And I don't think the writers did either. I don't think they thought this through.
They understand what they want either.
That's why Tom Cavanaugh said, I'm out.
And Cisco.
What's Cisco's name? Real name? Is it Jose something?
No, I think it's Carlos something.
Carlos something. Damn, I was racist for a second there. You said, Chang instead of Wu. I'm saying Jose instead of Carlos.
Carlos Valdez.
We're awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to apologize to the Asian and Hispanic community for Mara's racism.
What about yours?
We are not talking about me right now. We are talking about you. Stop
That,
deflecting. All right.
oh my God.
Stop deflecting. All right. Own up to your shit. All right.
I already did.
Did you
I
though?
did it. I did
Did you
from the
though?
moment I said it. I was like,
Did
I
you?
don't know, this might be racist, but I said it from the beginning. I
Did you though?
gave
Did you?
precursor. I
Did you?
did. It's
Did you?
literally recorded on here.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, she wants to, she wants to take out Barry.
Because she's salty.
Oh man. Okay.
Sir.
I'm sorry. Like I'm in pain. Okay.
Ah,
All right. Like every now and then you'll get that. It's just I try to hold it back as much as I can, but every now and then it just fucking hurts. All right.
it's okay.
Is it though? Is it okay, Mara? Is it okay? Because it kind of feels like it's not fucking okay sometimes.
I'm sorry.
I'm fucking with you. It's all right. I'll live. I'm hoping if I consume enough wine, I just won't feel it anymore, and then
There is that.
And my thing is like I feel like my body should be like able to withstand heat because I eat so much hot food. Like my body should be like heat ain't shit to me.
It doesn't work that way.
It should though. Like that's
It,
that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it should work that way. I know it doesn't work that way,
I get it.
but like it should because like I feel like I should have been like attuning my body to it. You know, kind of like how like red dragons aren't hurt by fire. Like because they're fire dragons. They just don't do shit to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
We need to get you into more Dungeons and Dragons. By the way, folks, Dungeons After Dark is really coming. I just need to like do some more, spend some more time really learning the game, so it doesn't fall apart when we try to play. Like,
But we have a Facebook group for that so you can enjoy funny things while we wait for it to come. And that's facebook.com/groups/how we roll. Is that true? Is that accurate?
that's not accurate at all. That's a
It's not.
completely different thing, and you can't just be putting that out to the masses because that's not for everybody.
How we roll is not for everybody.
How we roll is not for everybody. How we roll is for whatever. It's for black people that want to get into Dungeons and Dragons. Like that's what How we roll is about because
Okay, I think I always get them confused because
so
I
many
think of
so many of us growing up as black people were like just like told like that Dungeons and Dragons is just not shit that we do. And I'm like, I want to create a space for black people to really learn Dungeons and Dragons and be able to play Dungeons and Dragons and not be vilified for it and really enjoy it.
yeah.
And that's what How We Roll is about. So yeah, if you want to do it, facebook.com/group/how we roll for black people who want to get into Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop role playing games. That's what that is for.
So do we need a group for Dungeons After Dark?
Probably, but the podcast isn't out yet, so it really doesn't matter yet.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you kind of have an idea of what it will be called. We'll get the schematics out. I keep
And,
getting those two things confused.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when we were playing, I feel like I thought we were doing How We Roll the whole time.
Well, that's because, if we're being completely honest, How We Roll was one of the names we were considering for our podcast for Dungeons,
Okay.
for what became Dungeons After Dark.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
The Flash.
The Flash. Yeah.
But so yeah, they so Alexa's, trying to get a handle on everything that's going on with all the information being thrown at her, realizing that Barry and Iris are her parents, technically, and that Psyche Nora and Dion
Psych.
are are all siblings of hers, quote unquote. They want to protect Nora from Alexa from Nora. So Barry says they're gonna train her to control her powers. And all I could think was Barry always trying to train someone really quickly.
Zero patience.
Did you
Zero.
ever realize that? Like every season, don't worry, we'll train you. We'll train you. We'll train her. We'll train him. We'll do it. We'll train them. And then wants to rush them through the process. It's like every season, someone's got to tell Barry to be like, yo, relax. You had months of training with Thawne.
Yeah, I love how they pointed that out. Like, yo, your greatest enemy is being was more patient with you than you are with what is essentially your daughter. So get your shit together.
So, but anywho, Cisco and Camilla talk, after last week revealing that they both want to leave Central City. Um, she tells Cisco about the galleries that she's been applying to, namely in Miami, which sounds like a great place to retire to. Cisco really hasn't been looking, and it's like, Cisco, you gotta tell the team you going, son. You gotta. Um, Psych goes after some billionaire dude, and puts him into some psychotic nutcase. The CCPD investigates, and Joe's like, well, what the hell? Like, Psych touched, like, affected y'all, but you guys aren't.
Yeah, he didn't do
Um,
that to you. Like, so this is different.
Iris and Barry figure out that it feels more personal, and they find out that the dude Caleb was part of some honor society that may have had other victims a part of it and more to come.
Very random. Do you have Roku?
Yeah,
Remind me to send you something when we're done with this.
okay.
I just realized that I'm like, wait a minute. I think Mara uses Roku too.
I
Let
have a
me.
Roku TV.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Hold on. I actually. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Uh,
There you go. Just check your Instagram when you get a chance. Anyway, finish what you were saying. Not now. We're doing a podcast, Mara.
Look, I looked, my phone lit up, and I just looked.
We don't have time for you to watch your Instagram messages, all right?
Didn't say I was gonna open it. I was just looking
You
at why my.
looked down like you were ready to open it up. Like, I know it's instinctual, so I had to stop you before you did it.
Oh no, I was just looking at why my phone lit up.
Mm-hmm.
But that lady Kramer talks with Joe.
I don't like her.
I don't either because she's like a gnat. She won't go away.
That whole I'm by the book. Like, no, dude, you on a different book though. Like, what book you on?
Right. We told you, be on the right side of this. And you are still teetering over to the other side.
To the other side. Yeah.
So they start the training while Iris approaches this lady with the last name LaSalle and asks her to identify the other guy in the picture whose name is Lucas Sharp. And they find out that Sykes' name is Bashir. Iris tries to step
Not to
in
be
when
confused with Julian Bashir from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He was a doctor.
uh well,
Star Trek Deep Space Nine was dope. Captain Cisco was the truth.
Captain Cisco.
Benjamin Cisco.
So Sykes shows up and
The
Irish.
emissary.
What?
He's the emissary.
Uh and Irish tries to step in and tell him that he don't gotta do it, and he's like, yeah, but I'm gonna do it. And then Barry shows up and he throws him through a limo window, which tells Barry I should relax.
I mean, one of those things where it's just like, yo, Barry, I think you need to, do something different. Cause like
Yeah,
every
you need
time
to
you
try a
approach
different
this dude,
approach.
you get your ass whooped by Psych on a regular basis. So I'm gonna need you to just not
Interact with
approach,
him.
interact with him unless you got a plan to do something different. Cause
Like he
what
just
you're
be going up in there, just like, come on, we can talk about this. No, we can't.
no, he's not trying to talk to you. He has no reason to talk to you whatsoever. Fuck you.
But so he tells the team that Bashir's powers are growing because he realizes what he can do is like wild. Um, and Barry wants to force Fuerza out of Alexa, and the rest of the team suggests that they don't, and Alexa's like, I mean, I guess if we have to, and they do it anyway. Iris and Allegra go ahead and look up some background on Bashir. This dude was orphaned twice, and that shit must suck.
Yo, he was double orphan. I'm just like, yo,
Damn, double homicide.
I don't know how anybody recovers from that shit.
You don't.
Not only were you double orphan, but your second like adoptive parents like fucked you over too. Like
Yeah,
it's
like they dipped, and they were $50 million in debt.
and left him, like just left him. Like they died, but they were in the process of leaving him behind when they died. Like they were
Yo,
fleeing and leaving him behind.
could you imagine waking up the next day and being told that one, your parents died, but now that you are also $50 million in debt?
Well, he's not $50 million in debt. They were. He's a child. He doesn't inherit their debt like that. But it's just
Okay.
my thing is it was just like the fact that they abandoned him was the real
Shitty.
thing. He's left with nothing, of course.
Shitty. That is
Yeah,
so shitty.
yeah.
How the fuck do you get $50 million in debt?
I mean, well, when you're a millionaire slash billionaire, like that's just kind of the thing that happens. You end up spending millions and millions of dollars, and you end up millions in debt. Like it's
Mm-mm. Being a couple $100 in debt scares me. I couldn't imagine being like,
being a couple hundred, it scares you because of your tax bracket. But if you in that billionaire tax bracket, 50 million in debt is just like, damn, I owe 50 million. What the fuck do I do? Oh, I know. I'll use my private jet and leave. Like it's just
karma. But so
what
we
else
get
happened
back.
in this episode of note? Let's wrap this up. I'm
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
tired
say
of talking about this.
we get back to Kramer. Um, she tells Joe she's got like these bullets that have the cure in it, and she just gonna
Well, she
shoot them
didn't
at.
tell him. Like he found the shit. Like he was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" And
True.
then
And she's like, the governor approved it. She's just gonna shoot meta criminals with the cure, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? Um, we get back to the lab, and they're doing the training to have Forza come out, and my whole thing about this was that she was like, if I can't control it, turn it off, right?
mm-hmm.
And so she's in the thing and she starts saying she don't want to do it. And all I can think is just like, sweetheart, you're not even trying.
She
The
wasn't.
sec the
As
second
soon as
they
it started, she was done. I'm like,
I
you
can't
didn't.
do it. As soon as they flipped on the switch, I can't do it.
Yeah. Which is
So,
why if I'm watching this and I'm Barry, I'm like, no, yes you can. We gonna try this shit. Like I'm not mad at Barry at all for this. But is yeah, she didn't try. She didn't at all.
and so it's like, yes, I'm super sad that Cisco got hurt, but it's just like you're not trying at all. You're just scared.
Zero effort there.
So, she dips and she's like, I'm done. Uh Caitlin tells Barry to relax because he needs to use some patience. Uh Cisco tells Camille that he's uncertain and unclear with everything that he's doing. And he's talking about like he doesn't want to be sitting here 40 years from now still working at Star Labs. And I was like, I get that. I would not want to be doing Team Flash shit for the next 40 years either.
I don't know. Doing Team Flash shit is pretty dope. I don't know.
I'm sure it is, but I'm thinking like the levels of stress that they have to go through each week.
Yeah, dealing with that stress for that long is probably not, ideal at all.
Especially for someone like Cisco who doesn't have like super healing. Like he doesn't have powers to protect him. Like he has to think about like
You know why he doesn't have powers?
because he got the
Because
cure.
he chose not to have powers.
But that wouldn't have given him super. He didn't have super healing though, did he?
I don't know. I'm just.
I don't think like I think like Cisco still got fucked up, but like
I don't
like if
know. Does his vibe heal him? Did he get it like a healing vibe? Because
I
vibes are
don't
good.
I don't know. I
Well,
always
good
got the
vibes are good.
well yeah,
There's
but
a
I
whole
never
song
got
about it, good vibrations.
yes I know. I just kind of never thought I never got the impression that Cisco got like super healing. Like Barry can kind of just
I mean, I don't know. Barry heals quickly. Killer Frost heals quickly. Why wouldn't, the vibes heal quickly,
I don't know. I think it's a cop out if every fucking meta is able to just heal quickly.
I didn't see every meta. I'm only talking about three of them.
Well, yeah, I know, but I feel like if Frost was able to, and so was Barry, I feel like to give Cisco also the ability to,
I
because
know.
like
I get
yeah,
it. I'm
like
just fucking with you.
I feel like Cisco. I feel like to try and kill Frost, it'd be more of a harder fight than it would be to kill Cisco. I feel like
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm with you. I know. I'm just
so.
fucking with you.
I can only think like 40 years of doing Team Flash stuff would be bad on the body as well. Um, Anywho, Caitlin gives Alexa the transmitter that she used to use for Frost when they were, one, and says maybe you just need to connect with her. Um, they find Lucas Sharp. Psych is close by. Um, Bashir really is salty as shit, and the one thing I couldn't stop noticing is that he is like a really short Ben Affleck. He looks like a short Ben Affleck.
I don't know if I can roll with you on that one, but okay.
I guess, but the man is short.
Yeah, yeah, relatively. We don't know how tall everybody else is in that scene. How tall is Grant Gustin?
Let's see. Let's see. I feel like he's like in the high fives.
Why he's like 6'2".
Right. Watch like I'm mad. I'm be mad wrong. I also can't spell height. 6'0". Okay.
Oh, 6 even. Okay, not that much
Yeah.
taller than me. He's taller than me, but not that much taller than
He plays Psych. Ennis Esmer. And now we'll find his height.
me.
5'8". Okay.
Oh, he's shorter than me. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like I mean,
So
he's a
those of you
short
listening
looking
right now who are
dude.
trying to figure out my height, somewhere between 6 feet and 5'8".
There's only
Somewhere between there.
there's only like 4 inches that you could kind of
Hmm.
guess.
And in there is the best amount of inches.
I'm Stop
Because
it.
every time I tell somebody my height, I go giggity. It's the greatest height ever. All right. Like literally, like you can't beat that unless you're 6'9". In that case, it's just like, okay, you tall and you get that too. So it's just like, okay, okay, okay. But that's like super tall. I feel like that's almost too tall.
Yeah. I mean, my brothers are partway there.
Are they 6'9"?
No, I mean like part of the way there. Like my brother is 6'4" and 6'5",
Sheesh.
or 6'3" and 6'5". Yeah, I got the short jeans. I'm stuck at an eternal 5'4.5". But to keep it going, so Barry shows up with Alexa. Alexa uses the transmitter to get Fuerza to work together. It works because, of course, the first time she uses it, it's going to be a success because for plot purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Barry talks to Psych, you know, and he's like, "Look, Psych, all of your friends weren't all bad except for
League
that
of
Naomi
Lions is
girl."
what they were. They were part of the League of Lions, by the way.
Thank you, League of Lions. He was like, "They weren't all bad except for that Naomi lady. All your friends
Yeah, she
teamed
ain't
up."
shit, but the rest of them are cool. Like,
Right. They all created a fund for you after your parents died. Um, Alexa tells him about being clean, that her own parents don't talk to her. And I was like, "Aw, now they can be one big happy family."
mm-hmm.
Um, they go back to the lab, and it's funny because Iris and Barry kind of have to defuse them like actual siblings.
That was funny. Yeah, they were really getting ready to come to blows, like brothers and sisters do. It's funny because I saw my older brother and older sister like get into fights like that randomly, and I just be watching because I'm the baby. Everybody loves me, so it was like no issues there. I'm just like, hmm.
Joe
Are
calls.
y'all done? Because I want to go to the park.
Right, I want to go outside. Kramer goes to see Joe because he calls her over there, and he tells her that she's seeing everything too black and white. And Joe start puts his shield down, puts his gun down, and walks away from CCPD.
This is one of those things how I know you have watched far too many cop dramas. Because you said he puts down his shield, not his badge. You said his shield. You
How can you
called it
tell your
the
friend's been
shield.
watching 15 years of SVU?
Any Law and Order in general, just cop dramas in general. She called it his shield.
I'm sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for there. It's just really funny to me.
He lays his stuff down and he leaves the building.
He lays what stuff down, Mara? What did he lay out?
His shield and his gun. And he takes his plant and dips. And I was like, "Look what you did, Kramer. Now we've lost an actual good one."
Mm-hmm. So
Um,
what does Joe do now?
I I hope he helps Team Flash,
Yeah, where does Joe West go from here?
or maybe he'll start his own detective business.
Yeah, maybe he becomes a private eye.
So the team is telling Bashir to be scared of Nora, and he's like, "I'm not." And then Nora shows up, and then
Zaps them all.
yeah,
Like Dion says, freeze Barry and Speed Force, and I refuse to still call her Nora because that's not his mama. She goes
right,
all like on all the rest of them,
through Iris too, and I'm just
Iris,
like,
Alexa, and Bashir just all out. Are they dead? Are they dead?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but still, like,
I was like,
led to
what did
believe
she
they might
do?
be.
Because I mean, maybe one of them might be, but like, I feel like, um, because of Speed Force zapping through Nora, through Iris before hitting Alexa, I feel like Alexa got less.
Maybe. We'll see. We got other set photos though of Iris later on, so we know Iris ain't dead. Um,
We know they weren't going to kill Iris in this season.
yeah. She got to meet her kids. She got to meet the Tornado Twins. We saw, we've seen set photos of the tornado twins, so we know that's coming. Um, so that'll be fun. We get, what the fuck is her name? Played Nora a couple seasons ago.
I don't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Black Sails. What the fuck is her name? I loved seeing her in Black Sails.
Shut up.
What? Black
Jessica
Sails was
Parker
a great
Kennedy.
show.
Jessica Parker Kennedy.
And here's the thing. I thought it was Jessica Parker something, but I'm like, no. I feel like I'm confusing that with Sarah Jessica Parker, but it wasn't. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Black Sails
That was the
a great
Flash.
show. All right.
It was.
And she was great in that show. Max was awesome.
I never finished it.
You still haven't finished it?
Mm-mm. I also still haven't caught up on Vikings either.
Oh, I'm all like fucked up on Vikings to the point where like if I started watching Vikings again, I'll just watch from the beginning and watch it all. Like, cause it's just like I've forgotten so much from where like I saw last and all that kind of shit. It's just I'll start over and watch it all. It's all on Amazon Prime now. So
I'm in between if I would start it from Ragnar or the beginning.
From Ragnar when that happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I remember how we got to there for the most part.
True.
I just don't
everything
remember.
After that is a blur. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely a blur after that, but I know I've seen episodes since that, but I don't remember the episodes.
Exactly. So I was just like, maybe I could just
start from that part. And
because it feels like a different chapter in the show as well anyway, because the whole thing changes of the main character.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good place to revisit.
So that was the end of the Flash. Anything else with the Flash you want to talk about?
No, let's move on to Superman and Lois. Oh shit, I'm happy we weren't recording that whole time.
No, we were not. Yeah, I started recording now though, so they heard you say that. So
you missed nothing.
Yeah, nothing. You'll never
Superman and Lois.
Yeah, that. What's this episode called, Mara?
Broken Trust, which I'm pretty sure we just did. Nah. They gonna keep listening.
It's just shit that's public knowledge yet not public knowledge, and
But yeah, so the episode starts off with where exactly the mid-season finale left off at, if you remembered.
Nope.
Because I didn't. Tag was attacking Jordan, trying to figure out what happened to him because he knows that Jordan's different. Jordan calls.
I'm different. Pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing.
No. This is not a 2 Chainz moment.
You don't pull up to the scene with your ceiling missing?
I do, but it's not a 2 Chainz.
About to say, my car is definitely a drop top, and I definitely pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing.
Well, I pull up to see my ceiling missing because I don't have a car, so I'm just outside anyway.
I don't remember if Logan's car is a drop top. Right? It's a drop top, right?
Her sunroof can open.
Sunroof, just sunroof, not a drop top. Okay.
Well, I mean, like, her car only has 2 seats, so it's like once it pulls back, like the whole top is gone. But like, I just call it all a sunroof.
That's not a sunroof. The
I know,
whole top disappears as a drop top. I thought so. Like I remember test driving that car. Like I'm pretty sure it was a top. It was a drop top.
But yeah, so.
Yes, I test drove your roommate's car for her.
Yeah, I know. Jordan uses his caller thingy to signal Superman to show up, and he does so, and Tag runs off, almost derails a train. Superman, cool.
Yo, I don't understand what happened there. What happened there?
It looks like he ran over. He cut over the track, and it ripped it up in front of the train.
So his like speed like heated up the track and fucked it up.
It seemed like he just kind of like burst through it, like he broke it.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I'm like, I'm not understanding what's happening here. Like, I remember I saw him run across the track. I'm like, well, what happened here?
He broke the track.
Okay, okay, I guess. So we're just assuming that he actually stepped on the rails of the track and fucked the track up.
I'm just assuming he kicked it through, like kicked through it, because he can't really control his shit. So,
Yeah.
anywho, Superman saves it. It was a really cool moment. Lois cleans up Jordan's face later on. They realize that Jordan can heal faster, but he still can get his ass whooped.
Thoroughly. Like, Tag fucked him up. Gave him a concussion. Because that's
Yeah.
clearly what's happening in this episode. He has a fucking concussion. And yeah. They can't take him to the doctor because he's all Kryptonian and shit. So they can't like diagnose him with a concussion. But everything they show him with the migraines and all that, like the head ringing, that's a concussion.
But it's a Kryptonian concussion.
Yeah, he's suffering from Kryptonian CTE, pretty much. And I don't know about Kryptonian CTE that much, but I imagine because everything Kryptonian is worse or like magnified, he has magnified CTE.
Yeah. Um, they were trying to figure out how Tag got out, but they got out. He got out of the DoD because they weren't prepared to house him and his powers.
But they housed him anyway because that's what the government does.
You just take on more than they should be when there's other problems internally. But I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah, we're not gonna go into what the fuck Texas is doing right now. Oh, fucking Greg Abbott. I look. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Lois wants to investigate the
I
mines.
hate it here so much, but I love it here at the same time because there's no state income taxes. Like it's great for my pocket, but like as far as like just lifestyle and living and all that, it's actually pretty good too because cost of living is kind of low. But like they fuck up socially, like super fucked up socially.
I'm sorry.
I am too, but at the same time not, and it's just like why can't y'all get on board with the other shit too? Like you got a half right.
I don't know.
Like both sides, like Democrat and Republican, like, yo, y'all are always half right. Why are y'all both half right? Why can't you meet?
Why can't they come together?
Why can't you actually meet in the middle and make this shit work? Because it really should. Because there needs to be a balance. And there's no balance. And I'm out of wine and I'm upset. Go ahead, keep going.
She wants to investigate the mines to take down Morgan Edge. And she wants Clark to focus on the boys because, you know, what if Tag comes back? Jordan's getting headaches and he decides to not say anything. Clark suggests that he sits out and Jordan's like, no, I swear everything's okay.
Yeah, because they playing Metropolis like, yo, I got to get back at them Metropolis assholes who used to fuck with me. So, again, I get it.
Yeah, but dumb kid things. Anywho,
like I wasn't bullied in high school, but I've seen kids who were bullied in high school, and I was just like, "Yo, that's fucked up. Why you treat them like that?" And it's just like, one of these days, like they'll probably be your boss. So
they're gonna uprise against you.
Well, that too, but I'm just like, this dude that you're bullying right now is like super fucking smart, and he's going to be like big top-notch head honcho at Microsoft or some shit, and you'll end up working for him at like some real low-level factory.
You're gonna be in the security guard or some shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna be forced to protect him. But anywho, at the mine site, Morgan Edge is giving a speech. Don't care. He offers Lana a job, and I thought it was funny because Kyle thought he was talking about him. And it was like, Kyle, realistically, what are you going to do?
Hey, what skills do you have? You have no skills. You're a firefighter. Keep doing firefighting shit. And I'll put Lana in here because she has, actual savvy in the business world because she was, doing the loans and shit, the reverse mortgages and all that. Yeah. You got skills I can use. So I
They
will
trust her. You're not useful. Go put out a fire.
basically.
So the assistant asks because she sees Lois. She asks if she should do something about her, and he's like, "No. What realistically is she gonna do?"
Yeah, she can't do shit. Whatever. We can do whatever we want. What is she really gonna do to stop us?
And then Lex, aka Marcus,
That is
approaches
Captain
Lois.
Luthor. I refuse to call him Lex.
All right, Captain Luthor, aka Marcus, approaches
Is that like the default black dude name?
Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, Dwayne, Terrence. I'm sure there's another. I'm sure I can fill out this hand. We'll stick with those three, but those are like the three top names I've seen used. Like I guarantee you, if I look on that show All American in the cast, I'm pretty sure one of the characters' names is one of those three.
One of those three, yeah. Marcus, Dwayne, Terrence, and Jeff. Jeff is another one.
For black dudes?
Mm-hmm.
What did I say that show was called? American what?
All American.
Thank you.
The one that comes on right before Black Lightning.
Oh, so they put all the niggas on one night.
On one night, Monday night. Yeah.
Right
yeah.
after they were like, you get Batwoman Sunday night, and it flows right into our Monday night, and that's all you get. Iris is that little tip, that little sprinkle you get at the end of the week.
I think maybe All American comes on Tuesday. I'm not sure. What night was the All American come on?
I don't know, but it's a show I want to. It's a show I want to watch.
And I
just
never
haven't.
do. Yeah. Same here. It's like I feel like that would be a good one. I just never get into it.
It's a Monday show. I feel because they touch on a lot of like topics, and I'm just like, I would enjoy this. And it's just like, but do I really want to be upset?
Give her a kiss for me.
What?
No? Okay.
No, I was looking at a calendar to see what day. Yeah, it is Monday.
Okay.
I have like a dry erase calendar where I write my work schedule.
Oh, I thought
So
you had a visitor.
No, my door is still closed.
Never mind then.
Spencer is the name on there, but let me make sure that's the cat. That's the right character. I'm sure there's a little sprinkles in there.
There's a Marcus in there somewhere.
There actually isn't, but there's a Jordan. And that's that. I think that should make it on the list.
Yeah, maybe. I can give you Jordan. I didn't know a Jordan growing up who was black. So
there's a Spencer. Spencer is the main character. Well then.
We were talking about Superman and Lois stuff.
We were. Yeah, I don't know essentially what they talked about. I just know he approached Lois about them both going into the mines trying to look around.
Yeah, he got like passes for them to go in. Got some fake passes or passes from somebody. Or we found out they were forgeries, but
they're really good forgeries. But anywho, Jordan can't handle loud noises. He can't handle locker slams. None of that shit. But he still wants to play in this game.
That, Lois thinks that Morgan Edge is the dude in the armor, but it's actually Marcus or Captain Luthor. But
right, she's just
thinks
like
it's Morgan Edge,
when in reality it's not.
Yeah.
He is actually after. He is really who Marcus or Captain Luthor should be after. Over here trying to create a whole fucking army and shit.
Boys coming for you. What you do?
Oh, it's not me. It's because I'm sitting in my window, but I wanted the curtains pulled so I could have like air. but I feel like everyone who drives by is looking in my window.
Flash them, maybe they'll tip you.
No,
No, okay, that's what I would do.
I know it is. Let's get through this because I'm actually really hungry. Um, but yeah, he wants to go to Metropolis. He wants to play because Jonathan wants to tell their dad. He's like, please don't. Um, Lois goes to Lana and Kyle to get help to get into the mines, but Kyle pretty much tells her to shove it where the sun don't shine, because they want to help the town. And Lois is like, bitch, y'all are gonna find out that something's amiss and it's gonna be too fucking late. I.e., when Kyle becomes a super soldier, because I still feel like Edge is gonna turn him into one of those super soldiers.
Oh yeah, and use him as a weapon. It's coming. It'll happen.
Yeah. Um, Clark starts to train Jordan. He almost broke Jordan's hand in the wood log, but he shows him how to
Did
hit
he
it better.
almost break Jordan's hand, or did Jordan almost break his own hand? Like
Yeah.
he wasn't focusing. That was his fault.
He was just like, yeah, and hit solid wood. He was like, you gotta follow through.
Yeah, you gotta punch properly. Like when you don't know how to punch, like you can fuck yourself up punching.
Punch it like you mean it. But anywho, um, they gotta go because they find out that Tag was located in Metropolis. Lana and her daughter Sarah talk because she's looking for a babysitter for the little sister. And she tells her that Lana and Papa are going out to celebrate Lana's promotion, and Sarah offers to babysit instead of going to the game because she thinks it'd be good for her mom to celebrate. What a nice daughter.
She is
I hope
very
mine
selfless.
I hope mine is that selfless when she's older.
She won't be. Most aren't.
At the game, Jordan doesn't make a play because his head, and one of the people from Metropolis said, "Gonna stick you, JoJo, just like in grade school." And I don't know, that just didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, that plays like there was some other shit happening, and it's just like,
This is why Jordan's so fucking angry.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Jonathan asked to get in the game as the quarterback replacement, so they can also keep an eye on Jordan. Um, and I guess they're a good duo.
They were. They did the Kent team up shit, and it worked out pretty well for them.
Yep. Uh, Marcus goes to pay Lois a visit at the house just as she's asking for someone to get her a press pass. He gives her some kind of badge to get into the mines, and they go. Um, we get Sarah and her sister bonding, and I actually don't know how old her sister is. Um,
Yeah,
but
she's
she's
like, I want to say like around like
7.
kindergarten age or some kindergarten, first grade age, somewhere in there.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say like 7.
Yeah, old enough to be like in school. I want to say like kindergarten, first grade, because they mentioned earlier like she's like been turned into a bully at school at some point. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I want to say she's like kindergarten, first grade, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so Tag shows up and he starts, shaking and knocks Sarah out. Uh, and then during a play back at the game, Jordan gets ganged up on by the Metropolis team, and his head starts going off, and Clark gets to him in time, and he's like, hold it in, and he's like, I can't, and he lets him let the laser beams out into his hand. I was like, wow, what a dad.
Mm-hmm. Like I keep saying this on this show. It's been a while since we've watched it because it's been on hiatus for a bit. But like I can't believe, like, kudos to you, Arrowverse, Berlanti, whatever, for finding a way to make fucking Superman interesting to me. Because He's never been interesting to me outside of the death of Superman. Patreon plug. Watch it on Patreon. We reviewed Death of Superman. But outside of that, years ago when the comic book came out, that was one of the few times that Superman was interested to me because like, he's actually vulnerable to somebody or something. Like he dies. Oh, let's watch this. Let's read this. And yeah. Outside of that, this is the first time that I found Superman interesting.
I feel that. I'm okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not. My hand still hurts. But
I know. It'll go. It'll pass.
will it? Because it's been like 4 hours now. And it's just
I know. I've been there. I don't think I have the scar anymore, but I used to have like a scar. It's very faint now. When I was living at my friend's house for a summer and I burnt myself making potatoes.
that's unfortunate.
I know. Ooh. Yeah.
Did you just get an idea?
Yes, I did.
What was your idea?
I'm gonna make French fries, and then I'm gonna put the
French
left,
fried potatoes.
and then I'm gonna take like I have frozen ones. I'm gonna put them in the toaster oven, and then I'm gonna take the carnitas that I made yesterday, put it on top with the jalapeno ranch, and so, yes, yes,
You
yes.
had me a jalapeno ranch. I'm with you. Keep going. What else you got?
I think I might even cut up an onion, and that's something I hate doing. Cut up
You
an
lost me
onion,
at the onions. I don't do onions, but I'm with you though. I
put a
feel you.
tomato up in that bitch. Make some carnita fry nachos is what I'm going for here.
Nacho
Throw,
fries are great. So let me
throw a
tell
little
you
bit
about
of cheese on. Oh my
tell
god,
you
I
about
can't
nacho
wait.
fries. So like if you get seasoned fries, what you do is you get seasoned fries with nacho cheese. Top it with some kind of protein, maybe chicken, beef, whatever you want to do. Top it with that, with
Pork.
whatever you want to top it with.
I love me some pig.
Along
I'm sorry if I've offended any of our listeners. I love me some pig.
bacon is amazing, okay? And I'm tired of pretending that it's not. So get the seasoned fries. Seasoned fries is important. You do the seasoned fries with the nacho cheese and whatever the protein may be, like chicken, pork, beef, whatever. And get whatever like kind of taco sauce or whatever you want to drizzle over the top of it with it. Whatever you put on nachos, just do the same thing, but with seasoned fries.
Okay.
And you'll have to eat it with a fork because it'll be a mess. Because you can't just eat that with your hands because it'll just,
Yeah. Logan made the jalapeno ranch for yesterday, and we have some
Of
left
course
over.
she did. Of course she did. Makes me love her even more. Anyway, what else happened in
Anywho,
Superman and Lois? Yeah.
Sarah and Kyle come home, and I mean Lana and Kyle get in from their night out, and Lana wants to talk details about what's gonna happen now that she's got this new promotion. And the first thing I could be like, you didn't go to check on your kids first when you came home?
Nah, fuck them kids. What?
Not when I
If
have one that young. I don't know. I feel like if I came home,
with you when you have your older responsible daughter there to babysit and you had a night out, yes, fuck them kids. I get
I
it.
feel like I won't have the older responsible daughter. I feel like I'll just have the older daughter.
Maybe. But
Maybe. Maybe.
like Sarah volunteered and everything. She's the responsible one. She had nothing to
But
worry about, like logically. There was no reason for her to worry about the other kids.
I get it. But you're not gonna at least just, like
No.
peek in on them.
Nope.
Oh. See, I do that every time I pass by Luna's room.
Eh.
But anywho, Kyle tells Lana how proud he is of her and everything will work out. And then, the youngest one whose name I don't know, she walks in and she's just like, "Hey guys."
What
And
you
they're just like,
doing?
right, and they're just like, "Where's Sarah?" Not here.
It's like, nigga, I don't know, in her room, I think.
So Clark lecture is talking to Jordan about the the ringing and the the laser beams and all that stuff. And he's like, why didn't you tell me? And he's just like, and it's not even he told him, like Jonathan was the one that told him.
Yeah, basically, like, yo, Jordan's all fucked up right now. All right, I need to tell you because he almost killed everybody. So,
And Jonathan's just like, no, this isn't like, I gotta look out for my brother. This is not okay.
basically, he's like, yo, I'll keep you a secret until it comes to the point where you almost kill everybody.
Which is, and we got there. Um, Sarah wakes up in a weird place. Tag is there. She finds out he brought her to Metropolis. Marcus and Lois go into the mines. They find the X kryptonite. I'm just gonna jump ahead and just be like, that's what it is. That redhead bitch shows up and he zaps the shit out of her.
Yo, some special weapon.
With some crazy weapon.
And Lois like, yo, what the fuck was that?
Jonathan and Jordan are talking, and Jonathan's like, please don't be mad at me for telling Dad. And he's like, I'm not. The other boys from the team show up, and he's just like, yeah, let's hang out. And then one of the Crows team members says another weird line. We were just trying to get some millennials to cop us some Sixers. Baby, what? And it's funny that they specify millennials because, to be honest, most of us millennials don't even fucking care. I'd be like, you got $10 extra? Yeah, all right, cool, I got you.
Exactly. Most of us millennials would buy them alcohol. Like, it's really like we would do it. We would definitely. You got an
extra 20?
Yeah, extra 20. I'll go in there, get your alcohol. We're not gonna meet you outside this store. We're gonna do it like blocks away so we don't get caught.
Right.
We're not fucking stupid. But yes, we'll do this. I got you.
You know, the Jordan says, let's go, we won't be long. Tag shows Sarah the video of the party, and she's just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Like, but I also, like, you know, what? Superman shows up, and he's like,
enough
Tag.
To make her suspicious, though.
Yeah. Like they do in every show, and it only took them like 8 episodes to do it.
Yeah. Not like she was there or anything and saw it happen.
Superman shows up and he's like, Tag, we gotta skedaddle.
You're it.
We gotta go before the DOD gets here.
By the way, let's talk about how this kid, they're all calling him Tag. I'm like 99% sure his mama didn't name him Tag. So
you'd be surprised.
Like, what the fuck is this kid's name?
I don't know. He's credited as Tag, I think.
I know, but I want to know what his mama named him because I know his mama didn't name him Tag.
I'm sure Tag is in some culture a real name.
Maybe Tag is like his initials, like TAG, like
so
Tiberius,
what's his name, then?
Tiberius Angelo Gideon. Like, I don't know. His initials, TAG.
I don't think it's that much.
I think it's his initials. Tag is his initials, and that's what they call him by. Yeah, his first name, I'm convinced, is Tiberius.
Have you ever met an Asian Tiberius?
I've never met a Tiberius, period. So that doesn't track at all. So.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like something within the culture, but that's just me. He's like, you gotta go. DOD's coming. Meanwhile, the Crows are hanging out, and some dudes from Metropolis team show up. They start goading Jordan, and you know he tries to punch the dude. And
where's Argus? Like, does Argus just not fuck with Superman? Like,
no.
Is that a thing? They just say, you know what? We just not gonna fuck with Superman.
Not their jurisdiction.
Or what about the DEO? Like, do they just not fuck with Superman? Like,
no, because they were like, we got Supergirl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like so weird. Like, he doesn't deal with any of them. But anyway, go ahead.
Jordan tries to punch the kid, and Jonathan fucking catches the fist.
And fucks his hand up, fucks his whole arm up. He just
not his hand, his fucking arm. So, the DOD show up and they open fire. He gets in front. One of them shoots kryptonite
Pronouns,
fragments
pal.
at him. Huh?
Pronouns. Who gets in front of what?
You're right. Superman jumps in front of Tag because he's like, stand down, and they don't. And then one of the soldiers shoots at Superman. And he looks angry as fuck.
Yeah, because they shot him with fucking kryptonite bullets, and he's just like, "Yo, what the fuck, bruh?"
I'm just
Like,
asking you not to kill this kid.
and you shoot him with kryptonite? He's not even weak against kryptonite. What is your issue?
So Clark tells him to stand down, and I was like, he's mad with Papa Lang.
It's so funny to me when Kryptonians get pissed off about people having kryptonite. Like, it's just like, yo, I don't even blame, old man Lane for having the kryptonite. I'm upset
I'm
about him
mad
shooting
he's
at the
using
kid,
it.
using on the kid. That's one thing. But him having the kryptonite just in case, I'm still not mad about that shit. Just like I wasn't mad about anybody having it on Supergirl. Like, yeah, it makes sense. You need to have it just in case. Fuck that.
Facts. I need to know I could put one of these in between your eyeballs
And end
if
you
need
if you
be.
try to end us. Yes.
Um,
That's just like in Justice League Doom. Like when Batman was like, "Yo, if you don't have contingency plan against the rest of us, then there's something wrong with you." By the way, after we do Reign of the Superman, we should do Justice League Doom. Anyway, continue.
hold on to that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jonathan calls out. No, Jordan calls out for their dad because he's like, John's hurt. Lois confronts Marcus about the weapons and the badges, ask why he's in Smallville. Um, Jordan apologizes to the family, and Clark tries to double down on, nigga, you need to remember that this shit comes with responsibilities.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, that anger you feeling all the time and the one to lash out and fuck people up. Yeah, I feel that all the fucking time. You realize I can like conquer this planet and just take everybody the fuck out whenever I feel like it, but I don't.
Yep.
100% Clark could conquer the entire planet if he felt like it.
He could just fly through everyone like Omni Man.
Like literally in that room with old man Lane when he just like when they going back and forth and he talking to him like that. I'm like, yo, like you realize this man could just snap your spine with his
He could just
with his
end
pinky,
you.
with his pinky.
End you right here.
And you want to talk to him like that? Have you lost your fucking mind? But yeah.
Lois informs Clark of what happened at the mines, and she puts Marcus on Clark's radar. But she also asks about ex kryptonite. Um, Sarah and Jordan talk, and she shows him the video talking about and tells him that Tag just wants information, and that she wouldn't judge anything if there was something he wanted to tell her.
She putting two and two together and he's like, I don't know why he would say that.
Right. Oh God, denies everything.
But at the same
Typical.
time,
You
it's like
can.
he was doing what he was told by his folks, so I'm not mad at him for it. It's just like she's putting it
Right.
together. So
It's the typical "you can trust me" storyline.
yeah.
Um, Lana talks to Lois and tells her um that the mind shit, like she thinks it's all involved with what happened with Tag and Sarah, and she's just like, I want to help. Lana talks to Jordan, and he's sad about the distance that his powers are creating between him and people in general.
And he is just not okay.
I mean, I get it. He's already a kid who was already socially outcast at school before, and now he really can't get too close to people without them figuring out his secret. So he's like, I want them gone. He has a seizure. Clark takes it to the fortress, and that's it. Let's get into Black Lightning because it's the episode before the series finale.
An ultimate episode. All right, so this episode is called what?
The Book of Resurrection, Chapter 1, Crossroads.
All right, so we kicked this one off, and Jen is just remembering Uriah. She's all sad and shit. She don't want to go to school. Jeff is like, "It's cool, I get it. You ain't gotta go to school. It's too soon."
She doesn't want to be lightning anymore.
Yeah, and that's when Jeff is just like, "Yo, the world needs lightning because you're the only one that like can still do her thing. So do your thing."
Right. You're the only one protecting Freeland and the world from Tobias.
Tobias, Tobias. He don't even just say Tobias. He's like Tobias.
Mm. He tells her the story about when his father was murdered, and he's like,
On the
"Can't
bed,
save
watch the whole
everyone.
thing. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
Can't save everyone."
Then we got Gamby and Boo Thing
Lauren
working on her thing. Yeah, Lauren. And like, they working together. She,
hacks
doing some
into some
hacking.
shit.
Yeah. Apparently he's been then we get like that Gammy's been collecting computer viruses since the 80s, like on some like Stone Age laptop. It is just like, oh damn, bruh. Like
He got a petri dish of just viruses.
petri dish of computer viruses, not like real, like living viruses, but computer viruses. You know how like was it on Rick and Morty when he had that amusement park of like viruses and diseases and shit? He has like Gamby has that, but on a laptop.
I showed my dad Rick and Morty for the first time yesterday. I
Oh,
started with the Pickle Rick episode.
I'm Pickle Rick. Yeah.
It was a good one.
What
And
did he say?
Morty's Mind Blowers. He was like, "I might have to actually watch this." I was like, "You should."
You should. It's one of those shows that's just like it's smarter than it has any right to be. Like it's just like this show is way too clever to be what it is. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's coming back soon. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
Uh, they're gonna attack the Monte Vista places,
Yeah.
but Grace reminds them, like, remember, we're normal people right now. Like, we can get hurt. I like that Grace is being like the sound of reason. Like, please, we can still get hurt.
Yeah, we
Uh,
got this whole thing with Tobias with the board, and he's like, yo,
Shadowboard
yeah, and they're like, yo, we're gonna this one dude like, yo, we're rescinding your membership because you don't
again.
have control. And he's like, oh, really? But he got Ishmael there to kill him
They
because
did that shit last week, and this time Tobias is like, "I'm calling your bluff." No,
yeah, kills that dude. And like, yo, I can do it to the rest of you too, but if you just like, you know, pledge your loyalty to me, we good.
and they all bow. They all bow.
Yeah, yeah, because they don't want to get killed by Ishmael. I get it. I don't want to get killed by Ishmael either.
But I mean, you won't.
Yeah, not now.
Yeah, now you won't ever.
They gave me what I wanted. I don't even remember if I talked about this last week. How they just gave me exactly what I wanted because I was just like watching the episode last week and watching, Painkiller / Khalil whoop ass. I'm like, I want to see Painkiller fight Ishmael. And at the end of the episode, they said, yeah, Painkiller's gonna fight Ishmael, and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, give me that shit.
um, but yeah. So back to the Pierces. Jefferson proposes trying to erase Tobias's memory of their identity because everything kind of just leads back to him learning that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. We skipped over the fact that the Prometheum apparently is in Freeland because of the shit that happened with Gravedigger last season. With Gravedigger, aka Wayne Brady, like that whole
who's
fiasco.
still out there.
Yeah, he's not dead, by the way, people. He
But
still
yet the
exists.
show is ending next week.
Yeah, so we're just pretending he's just not, a factor
A
anymore.
problem anymore.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
wild. They
the
wild for that.
police chief tries to give new detective dude the meta
Shakur
boosters. Yeah, try to give him the meta boosters. He's like, yo, that ain't gonna really be the
to his
thing.
team. And you find out more that the meta that she has a lot of problems with, that she had problems with, who turned on her team, was her husband.
Yeah.
And she's like, you got to the end of the month to ground lightning. And then I was like, or are you going to make them take the meta boosters? What is this?
Yeah. What happens at the end of a month? What do you do?
Do you
Yeah.
fire them or do you make them take the drug? Like, so then you got Looker and Khalil. Painkiller wants to know why they can't just kill her. Khalil reminds her that she doesn't need certain extremities to fulfill her purpose.
Yeah, you can
To
talk without
which
arms and legs. So,
to which she shuts the fuck up.
I mean, I would too. Makes perfect sense.
And then this part happens. So Jefferson calls Tobias about the eminent domain shit about his father's house and says, I'm ready to sign the deed over to you. And all I could think was, why do you guys have each other? Why why do you guys have each other's number casually just saved in your phones? Like you guys casually chat.
Probably got it from Lynn.
But why do both of them have each other saved?
It's a good question. I
You know
don't
what I'm
know.
saying? Like, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it very obvious that Jeff is calling Tobias. But to me, I'm just like, why are they saved? Like, they're not friends. These are literally mortal enemies.
Yeah, he killed your father. So
Like, it's like the Green Goblin and Spider-Man, Batman, Joker,
Superman Lex.
Superman, Lex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would they have each other's cell phone numbers? So he's like, I want to meet. Let's do it. JJ and TC chat, and he tells her to relax because the emitter is also draining her power. And she's like, I want to go after Red, and I want to go back up into the ionosphere with your help so I can recharge. And he's like, nah, ask Gamby. I'm not doing that shit again. Which he does anyway. But anywho, um, Lauren then meets Lynn because Gamby has made something to trick the system into showing that Lynn's obeying her house arrest when we see that she's not. Um, Lauren tells Lynn that she doesn't understand why the whole Pierce family is helping. She doesn't understand it. She's like, I have all these pieces, but they're not connecting.
This is the thing, and it's also like when Lynn tells us, like, "Yeah, okay, I kind of get it now." Like, yo, you did know, you just didn't like.
You wanted to confirm it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, sweetheart, you're creating a machine to give everyone clean energy. You're not stupid.
Basically,
Um, Khalil arrives upon Ishmael while driving, and Ishmael tells them that he's been contracted to kill both Khalil and Looker. Because she was just like, oh, you can't kill me. And he's like, oh, but I will. Um, quickly, and this kind of made me chuckle because Khalil was quickly like, I don't have time for this shit, so you got this. To Painkiller.
it told Painkiller. Well, that's the thing. In the fight against Ishmael, yeah, let Painkiller do this fight. Like Painkiller is the killer between the two of them, and you need a killer to go up against Ishmael. So yes, Painkiller, you do this. I'm gonna check out.
He
You
was just
check in.
like, he's like, I don't have time for this. Like, this is all you.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed that. I like the open door relationship they seem to have.
They seem to have it figured out now. Like who does what? Yeah, they have an understanding.
And so they fight, and I'm just like, this is a worthy opponent fight.
Yeah, definitely.
But then it ends real quick because Painkiller poisons him because he's like, we don't need you.
Anticlimactic. Yeah, it was a very anticlimactic and
But that's the
Painkiller
only
really
way I
didn't.
saw it ending.
Yeah, because they were like Painkiller didn't really beat him. He just outwitted him a
Poisoned
little
him.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
poisoned him.
He was like, you cheated. And it was like, yeah, well, whatever.
I win.
Right. The only way I could have seen that being more climactic was if later on you found out that he actually survived that shit.
Yeah, but maybe he'll pop up in the Painkiller series if they actually make that happen.
Hope not, doubt it. Um,
Oh, you don't want more Khalil?
no. I don't want more Ishmael. I don't really care for. I feel like he just has like, yes, he's a worthy opponent for Khalil, and I feel like I would get tired of seeing that go back and forth for a while. After a while, like
Could be the classic, fuck Snake Eyes and
I know who you're talking about.
the fuck is the white ninja's name? Fuck is his name? I used to watch G.I. Joe all the time. What the fuck is his name?
Storm Shadow.
Yes, him. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow.
Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow. I had another example and I totally forgot. I would just get tired of it eventually, and I feel like Ishmael just has like an unfair just amount of just training and whatever.
He also seemed just like a very angry young man for no reason. Like, why are you? Why,
Right.
like,
Who's shitting your Cheerios?
seriously, like, who hurt you? Like, what's going on with you, sir?
Like, what pushed you to want to be in the League of Assassins? Like, I have to think about like what really pushes a person so far that they're just like, yeah, I want to assassinate people for a living.
Yeah, like Sarah Lance. One thing, she pretty much died on a boat.
She was brought back from the dead, and she was just trained that way.
Yeah, and
But
then like, well, she was trained before she like was brought back from the dead though. But she was like, she almost died and was found by them. That makes sense.
mm-hmm.
Damian Wayne, born into it, makes sense. But like, just how do you just decide I want to do this?
How do you even find out about it to want to do it?
That too. You got to find out about it first in order to want to do it. You are absolutely correct.
But anywho, Jeff and Gamby are back at the hideout, whatever.
The sanctum is what they call it.
Thank you, Sanctum. Uh, you know, talking about what they're gonna do
I
to.
think I could be making that up.
No, it's a Sanctum.
Okay.
I need to be reminded. Uh, and Gamby has this thing that Jeff can use to shock Tobias.
Erase his
To
memory like he did with his powers because he can erase memories because
yeah,
they decided he could do that this season. Yeah.
yeah. And Nissa tells Grace that she wants to tell the mothers from the clinic what Monta Vista did to them, and Grace pretty much tells her that's a bad idea, and this is why it's a bad idea. And she understands. She's like, "You right, you right." They blow this shit up, and I'm just kind of confused as to why Grace is not covering her face, or
I
at
don't
least
know.
changing her face.
I have no idea.
Well, she can't change her face. So yeah, back to my original question: why did you cover your face? Because Anissa is in her Blackbird outfit,
Yeah, and Grace has the
has a mask,
yeah. What's her code name again?
wild.
Wild. Yeah, she has that whole thing, and she has the mask to go along with it, but she's not wearing it here. Yeah.
Nope. But so whatever. Jeff and Lynn. Jeff gives Lynn a updated will because he's like, whatever happens tonight. Uh, they have a really nice soft talk, and they hug and
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Khalil's talking to Looker to convince her to testify, and then turns her over to Detective Shakur. Which Painkiller's like, Freeland's right down the road. We got some unfinished business.
We can go kill the Pierces now because I still want to kill the Pierces. Kill the Pierces. Like let's do that.
Can we do
kill
that?
He's
He's like a dog. He's like a dog after you said park or outside.
Exactly. Yeah. Can we kill him now? Can we go kill him now? Can we go do it? Can we? Can we?
And
Can
he's
we?
like, Jennifer is better off without us.
No shit, because he wants to kill her.
Right. Speaking of Jennifer, we got her in the ionosphere of being stupid. And then she goes after Red. We
we still see that little residual shit up there. I still want to know what the fuck that is. Are we gonna get answers there? Like,
No.
yeah, because
Um,
Lynn definitely said there's something up with her. Like something's wrong, something's not right. If they don't follow up on that at all, there's a problem. Anyway, go ahead.
they're not going to. They have one episode left.
They can wrap it up.
Whichever, unless that's the only way they'll defeat Tobias is with that shit.
Yeah, whatever is going on with her, like she has to sacrifice herself or something.
Yep. She goes after Red. We think for a moment that her ionosphere recharge does not work, and in fact, she zapped the bracelet off of Red, and she was like, "Fuck you and your powers."
Yeah, she was playing possum. She wasn't actually like not having her powers work. It was just her luring him in.
But she takes it to the police chief for Uriah's murder, and I'm just like, sis, there's no helping you, because in all honesty, you just want to be angry forever.
Yeah. You and other meta filth deserve to be wiped from the face of the earth, is what this bitch said.
She's like, I'm not gonna stop hunting you or whatever. And it's just like, I'm gonna hunt you down. And it's just like, sweetheart, I'm live streaming this. You're dumb.
Yeah.
Which then the chief goes viral on the internet for saying that shit, and now she's losing her shit. So now she takes the meta booster.
Yeah, the whole precinct heard her say it. The whole internet heard her say it, and yeah, she pulls out the meta boosters, and yeah. I saw the previews for next week's episode, and it's just like,
Now they're gonna have to defeat or cure her.
Well, it lasts 72 hours, so there's really no reason to cure her. It's just stop her for 72 hours.
Oh, true. Jeff and Tobias meet. Jeff tries it, and Tobias called it.
Yeah, it don't work.
And they duke it out.
No, they don't duke it out. Tobias whoops his ass. Like, there's no duking out happening here. Tobias thoroughly just whoops his ass.
I like to think that because Jeff tried to fight back, that it could count as a duke him out.
No, it wasn't no duking happening. It was Tobias commencing to whooping his ass.
Well, anyway, Tobias calls JJ from Jeff's phone and pretty much says that Jeff's dead. Well,
yep.
And it's the finale.
This nigga. So finale time, and apparently they bring him back from the dead or some shit because previews he's in.
Yeah.
So you don't have the series finale of Black Lightning without Black Lightning in it. So
right, I was like, or else this is the series finale.
Yeah, but he's in it. So that's
it.
But
yeah,
for Black Lightning. So what we got left? Batwoman?
All we have left, Batwoman.
All right. So this episode of Batwoman is called what?
And Justice for All.
Is that right? So this episode kicks off with
we finally get to see Kate 2.0's face.
Yeah.
And Alice is losing her shit.
Alice is like, yo, this is my fucking sister. Like, what the hell is happening here? Then they Masked Kate and Black Mask basically tell Alice to get the fuck up out of here.
Sionis and Cersei.
Yeah.
I was trying to understand what you were trying to figure out.
Yeah, I always just like go back and forth about what to fucking call her, because it's just like, yeah, they say Cersei, but that's not Cersei, that's Kate. But it's just like, she thinks she's Cersei, so do I call her Cersei or do I call her Kate? And I'm like, I don't know. Anyway.
Until she's Kate again, she's Cersei.
Okay. So then we cut to Batwoman. She's breaking up like this snake bite deal, and she follows the buyer into this church, and we got zombies in the church. Like we're doing zombies this week.
I was like, this is the bash salt shit all over again.
Yeah, yeah.
At the bar, there's a fundraiser for the community center. And Luke tells him another body showed up at Amusement Mile. And Ryan reminds him, Black folk and horror don't mix.
We don't do that shit. Nope.
We will watch it, we will not partake in it.
Exactly.
Uh, Ryan had to cancel on Amani from the community center the night before by saying she had to help Luke with his mother. And she had to have Luke come up with that on the fly or like support it on the fly.
Yeah, when you including other people in your lives, you got to tell those people that you including them in your lives. Like,
Yeah. You can't just not tell them because then it gets confusing.
mm-hmm.
Uh, we come across some dude using Snakebite 2.0 and it turns people into meat craving monsters. That's how I said it. Um, the police show up at the bar about a noise complaint
Yeah, whatever, nigga.
and says, throws around phrases like you people.
Yeah, yeah.
Anywho, it leads to Sophie and Luke getting arrested because Sophie wants to talk. I mean, Luke wants to talk it out. And then, not Sophie, Ryan and Luke get arrested because Luke wanted to talk it out, but Ryan was just like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, she was like, fuck that.
Sophie shows up later looking for everyone, accuses the officer of, you're not doing this really by the book, and that she's a crow and she knows her shit. Luke then tries to call Sophie from the jail cell, and she's like, that's not going to get answered because she's also in there with him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I got that fly, by the way.
Good. The dude who was trying the new snake bite attacks some girl and then tells her to run. Attacks the cop that had Ryan and Luke arrested, but then lets him go. Um, Sophie tells him that the officers didn't believe that she was a crow, and Ryan makes a comment about, wait, that didn't work. And then, Sophie says something that sounds a lot along the lines, she's blaming Ryan. Ryan says, just when I think we're getting somewhere, you still remind me that crows will always be first with you, that
Mm-hmm.
you're a crow first.
There was a whole fundamental disagreement happening in the cell between the three of them, and it was interesting because like that tends to be the argument that kind of happens among black people when it comes to law enforcement, where one's like, "Yo, I just keep my head down, and I'll do what they say, and I won't have these problems." Other one
Another
like,
one trying to fix it from the inside,
mm-hmm. And
and
the
one
other
just
one,
being like,
fuck that shit. Yeah, exactly. So it's just, you got all the sides of it there, which was interesting. It was good to see. It was good to see, like, yo, there are different approaches to this from different sides.
Alice tracks down Enigma because she's just like, and I'll just go through this story real quick because I don't care. Alice goes to Enigma and says, what the fuck did you do? And essentially, she's like, you need to fix her. Enigma says it's not that easy, but eventually she gives in and says, bring something very unique to Kate that will trigger a memory. She goes to her subway to find Alice goes to her subway to find something of Kate's, and Ocean pops up on her saying that, oh, I've been waiting here 2 days for you to come back. Um, what's up? And she's just like, she tells him about
Oh,
Kate.
that shit must have been fire.
Shut up.
He waited in the subway for 2 days for her. Yeah, that shit was fire.
Well, he loves her.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
She tells him about Kate, and he comforts her on it. Um, Eventually, they go back to Enigma, uh, trying to talk about how to fix Kate, and Enigma tells her that it might bring back a Kate that she does not want, and that she needs to know the trigger word. And just when she's about to tell Alice, or as I think she was about to tell Alice the trigger word, Ocean snaps the shit out of her neck, killing her.
Yeah, Ocean says nope.
I was like, the fuck? Alice is over here trying to be like, tell me why I shouldn't fucking kill you. And he essentially is like, I don't want you to have Kate back. And she accuses him of being just. And he's like, but I love you. And then he kind of rationalizes it to her why she should just leave Kate behind. And I was like, I get it, but that's not your choice to make, sir.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with you though. So it's you still did that for fundamentally selfish reasons. So
Yeah, like it's no better for you.
yeah.
But essentially he walks off and she just has to swallow that shit. But enough about Alice. Um Mary's trying to figure out why Papa Kane's been taking the snake bite, and he only tells her about the initial dose, and she's just like, dude, I seen like 16 tracks on you.
But I say you got track marks like all over. Like hell
You
no.
got track marks like Whitney. You need to relax.
But no,
Um
you've been using this pretty regularly, sir. So
and then so the dude who's been like the only conscious like zombie but not a zombie comes up into her clinic, and he's just like, look, I'm gonna chain myself here, you need to help me.
mm-hmm.
um they start trying to figure out what's going on with him. His blood work looks crazy. He tells them about the new snake bite and that it looks different, and he wants it to see his dead wife, which is also why Papa Kane uses it, so that he can see Beth and Kate. um Mary tells him that she thinks she can fix the snake bite. Well, she tells the team that she thinks she can fix the snake bite. I don't really know what with whatever cure she makes. Um Later on, as you can see, I'm wrapping up story by story. Um
Whatever works for you.
Mary tells Papa Kane, she talks to Papa Kane, she tells him she's not sympathetic for his drug use.
Yeah, cause fuck that. Cause like
I'm
yo,
still here.
like I didn't choose to do that shit. I could have done it, but like I'm dealing with it. You like choosing to take the other way out and not deal with the daughter you got left because you
And I'm
lost
still
one.
here. And I'm still here.
Yeah, you can't abandon your daughter for the because you mad about the other two daughters. Like yo, you gonna leave me here hanging? What about me? What about Raven? You know, I'm sorry. That was a WCW reference for all y'all to like look back to '90s
Yeah.
WCW. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
But back to I guess the team. Sophie tells
WCW. I'm talking about wrestling, not Woman Crush Wednesday. Anyway, go ahead.
Sophie tells Ryan and Luke that she thinks it's important for little girls to see
World
familiar
Championship Wrestling. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that it's important that little girls see familiarity in authority figures and shit. And it's like, I get it, but sis, this ain't it. Some white dude comes on in and he starts doing some power to the people shit, and I was just like, dude, shut up.
That was so funny. Like it's just like, yo, no, you're an asshole. You're scum. So you don't count.
And then he proceeds to tell him about the zombie shit going on outside. Goth GCPD tells, like, tries to call out for Batwoman, but yet she's in a jail cell. But then Imani gets them out just in time because she knows the civil rights attorney. Of course she does. She asks Ryan to hang, but Ryan needs the Batwoman. Um, Sophie goes and tells the crows a game plan to help with the zombie shit, and Tavaroff tries to put his ultra micro penis on the table
Ridiculous. I hate this dude.
and is told to get back in line. And I was literally like, this is literally what black women in power have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, Luke and Mary's care for the cannibals is individualized, and Ryan has to give each one of them one on one, up close and personal. Ugh, she out here curing and fighting, and then the crows show up and use fucking deadly excessive force.
Yeah, just kill them all. Just kills them all. Cause fuck that.
Um, the half zombie man gets loose, and they're like, "Get the fuck out!" And he bites the cop from earlier. Batwoman swoops in and saves him, And I was like, the irony of thanking her for getting there on time. But then the crows get a fluff piece about the incident that happened with the zombies. And everyone's like, shots around, please, because it's stupid. Um, Sophie then states that she's leaving the crows. And I'm just like, look at her trying to get me to like her.
Mm-hmm.
And it also makes me wonder back to our other bonus content of multiverse, like our earlier stuff, for Kate's cousin, who was, shadowing her as Firebird.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, do you think Sophie's going to fill that role instead?
Possibly, but we're only really guaranteed one more season of Batwoman, so we're not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see though.
True. I just feel like if she does leave the crows,
What does she
like they're
do?
gonna, yeah, what is she going to do? It's the same thing that we wondered about Papa, about Joe.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, so who knows? Ryan and Imani talk. Ryan kind of like lets her down and says, yo, I can't be what I want to be for you. So I can't be 100 with you. So I gotta let you fly. And I was like, that's mature. And
I
then,
get it though. I know how hard that is.
and then we get to Luke on the phone with Mary. And she tells him to come meet up with her. And he finds the dude from jail who apparently was named Eli at some point. And he takes a picture of him and he tries to stop him from stealing the car. The crows pull up and that power to the people shit goes right out the window.
Yeah, yeah.
Like in a matter of seconds. Luke tries to show proof that Eli was jacking the car after Eli tried to be like, no, officer, this black man surprised me while he was trying to steal the car. And Tavaroff shoots at him and shouts gun at what's an obvious phone.
Yep. And it's yeah. I finished this episode and Mara, I text you immediately. I was just like, Nick.
Why is Tavaroff so fucking trigger happy?
I mean, can we
and
just
racist.
say because he's just white law
Racist.
enforcement, like you know, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I hate this show.
You hate the show, really? But yeah, that's how the episode ends. Luke is dead. I mean, he's not dead yet.
Dead. They're
He's
not gonna
dead
kill
yet.
Luke.
They're not gonna kill him off because he still got to become Batwing. But like, he ain't dead. But they shot him up. Like he took multiple.
Like he shot him 3 times in the gut.
Multiple bullets. So yeah.
You know what I realized, Travis?
What did you realize?
We didn't do a who's winning and who's losing last week.
We didn't because we were too drunk to think about it. We forgot.
We were.
Who was winning last week?
What did I write?
I don't remember because I don't even remember what happened last week. So
I said Kara was winning.
Because she got out of the Phantom Zone. Yeah.
Yes.
See, I would have said, what's her fuck?
Bixley.
Yeah, she was winning because
True, because now she's out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said losing was potentially Dion, but then we see this week he did not.
Yeah, but as of last week,
we thought he was getting murked.
He was about to get murked. Yeah.
But this week.
But he hadn't gotten murked yet.
Right.
And I'm trying to remember what else happened last week. What else happened last week? Yeah, so we'll say he was losing last week.
But this week.
Yeah, who's winning this week?
Tobias.
Oh, all over.
He's the only person in the entire show right now, in the whole series right now, universe right now, winning.
He is 100% winning right now. Who's losing though?
Luke.
Yeah, he dead. No, Luke ain't dead. Well,
No,
Jeff is dead though.
Jeff
Tobias
is not
killed
going to
Jeff.
stay. Jeff is not going to stay.
Yeah, we know that, and we know Luke ain't gonna stay down either. But like Tobias killed him and took a picture. I mean, you can say Luke. I'll say Jeff though.
Okay.
As of this week, I say Jeff is losing.
And Tobias is winning. I also just didn't want it to be from the same show.
I understand. But also, I will say collectively, those of us watching, the Arrowverse
Or Ishmael.
are all winning because we don't have to watch Supergirl this week. So there's that.
Supergirl will be back in August. And Black Lightning ends forever next week.
Next week, yeah.
But that's one less show to watch, so
exactly.
It's okay.
It kind of makes our lives a little easier. So
I wish it wasn't this one, but it was going to be one of them.
Yeah. And Supergirl's ended after this season too, thank God. I mean, they should have ended after last season, but whatever. You gotta wrap shit up. And we still got the Flash like utilizing the power of love. So,
I hate it.
Yeah. So that was this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Do not forget you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at The Creation World. That's at TheCreaTIA World. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. There's also a Facebook group for this particular podcast. Mara, where is that Facebook group?
Facebook.com/group/Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow.
Also, don't forget if you're a wrestling fan, check out Smacking It Raw every week, featuring the Warden Matt Ritter and Vince Daddy Delgado. There's a Facebook group for that podcast as well. That is facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw. Also,
no G.
Yeah, no G in smacking. Also, a couple weeks from now, less than a month, is E3. We will be covering E3 on this channel. It will be me and a special guest covering E3. Those of you who are following our Twitch channel, who should be following the Twitch channel, follow the Twitch channel because, doing big things over there. You'll know who it is. But we're covering E3 this year. I may do some
Sims coverage, but we'll see.
Yeah, we may have Mara on for EA, but EA actually is not participating in E3. So they will not be coming in until July doing their own thing. So that won't be a part of E3. Okay. Just found that out yesterday. Let's see. What else? Patreon.com/Creation World. Check that out. We got special content there this month. For our companion with this show, we did The Death of Superman, the animated movie. Great stuff. One of my favorites as far as comic books go. Believe that's it. Subscribe to the YouTube.
Please.
But that's it.
Please.
I believe that'll be all for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. We'll catch you all next week. Until then, we out.
Bye.